I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood and went to a predominantly white school. I had the weird pressure of having to represent for all black people for all my friends at school. Kids would always say that I talk white or I don't dress like a black guy, so then I would go home and then try to dress like my favorite rappers at the time, like 50 Cent or Lil Wayne. I'd come back to school looking crazy because it just didn't fit who I was. No matter how hard I tried to fit their stereotypes, it didn't work. And I was just super unhappy. I remember I would go home super pissed off and I'd start Googling things and I'd see the same copy and pasted article,
5 reasons why you shouldn't care what people think about you.
I try to take that advice too, but it never worked because guess what? I'm 27 and I still care. I mean, I care about a lot of things. I care how many Instagram followers I have. I care how many views I get on TikTok. I care whether people will perceive me as successful, especially after I've made it clear that I want to pursue a career in entertainment. So does caring what other people think make me a loser? Personally, I don't think so. It just means I'm honest. When I was younger, that advice to not care what other people think, it made sense, but it was super difficult to do, and I didn't understand why. The real issue is it's not so black and white. Caring what other people think is actually, in a lot of cases, a good thing. Our ancestors were in smaller tribes, and if you just didn't care what other people think, that antisocial behavior could put you at risk for being cast out from the tribe or even death. So basically, caring what other people think is wired in our DNA. Like, you shouldn't care about a hater's opinion about you chasing your dreams, but if it wasn't for my friends clowning me for horrible fashion sense, I would still be dressing like I did not have a well-paying job. Social media is one of the most important pieces of our society today, and it just so happens to be built completely around how other people view us. It's funny because on Instagram, I'll see some people post on their stories about how they should be authentic and not care what other people think, but then go and hide a picture that they posted because they didn't get enough likes. And I'm not innocent either. I've done the same thing. I've literally hid Facebook posts or Instagram posts or what have you just because it didn't get enough engagement. I didn't want everyone else to think that I didn't have friends. We're all judged by how many followers we have, how many likes we get, how many views we get, and more. As a result, there are a lot of people presenting an exaggerated persona of themselves to put them in the best position to get the most external validation. That fakeness draws a lot of hate from other people in society, and people write them off as bad people. But what people don't understand is that if you think about it, that persona you're presenting that's not real, it actually comes from an honest place. That image of ourselves that we present to the world, whether it's a little bit fake or super fake, comes from the want or desire to be accepted.